half an hour of hanging out and talking shit. So if you just need to get food or go or any point, go ahead. We wouldn't watch the trailer without anybody. We'll sync up the reactions and stuff. So, whoa, what the fuck is that in my note? Oh, Jesus. Because it was on DC Alliance.
Shoot, 1920.
It was on DC Alliance and it replayed a video, and it was
26 people watching this. Shoot.
So anyways, we'll introduce this. This is a big combo stream. Now, this could be a big fun joke that will be on bloopers at the end of the year, because we're hoping that the Spider-Man trailer is going to be dropping within the next half an hour. And if it does, we're going to do reaction, then we're going to review and break it down. And if it doesn't, then yeah, we just made some friends along the way and hope. So let us know what your thoughts are, your predictions. If you're in the chat, no spoilers if you've seen the leaks or any photos, nothing. So I would actually say for anyone, I'd be careful with the chat. If you see, I can look at the chat because I may or may not.
I don't even have it open. I'm not looking.
Yeah, don't have it open.
Yeah,
I'll only share it. But if you post anything like that, that's spoiler.
I'll keep it open.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, I was gonna say the three of us have technically already kind of.
Be quiet, Clay. I'm not getting. KF has snipers all over the world. Do not say anything.
No. It's supposed to be 9 or 9:30. Well, that's the thing. It's CinemaCon. Technically, the Sony presentation is starting right now, and then 9:30 is the rumor. I think what's going to happen is they're going to do some introductions. They're going to show the trailer, the CinemaCon, and then hopefully we get it. You know, that's
it's got to leak just because of what happened with San Diego Comic-Con a couple years ago. I think it was the Suicide Squad trailer and maybe BVS or Justice League, one of those two.
Squad leak. Yeah,
Hall H exclusives first, and then it leaked shitty phone quality. Then they put it out a half hour later.
Same as Winter Soldier. Same thing happened as well.
Now, here's the thing: is more I'll be watching for. At the end of this, do they give just an in theaters this fall, or do they give the date that they're currently stuck with right now?
No, they're not going to give a date. They'll just say in theaters. Yeah. Yep, they'll just say in theaters.
I'll rename this to the most awesome day ever if Toby is in the trailer, or two. That would be great for you. You know, it's, technically he's not confirmed even for this movie, Aruto. So I don't know what you're talking about. I've heard none of this. Toby's in this movie.
So I will ask Arturo. Is it Arturo? Is that how you pronounce it? Morales. I'm looking at Katie's tweet right now. She is saying, "So I just found out that Matt has not seen Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movies, nor has he seen Andrew." I plan on showing him Garfield, but Twitter, do I have to show him Toby's movies? I voted yes. She has a poll up.
I haven't voted on that, but if they are in this movie in a whatever, if it was just a cameo, like let's say like the way Oscar Isaac was the end of Spider-Verse, then it's like no. If they just peer for a few seconds, then no, it's fun. But if they play even a 10-15 minute role, I think you need the weight of it. You could watch it without it, but I think you need that. So
if you're a Batman fan, it's like if you're a Batman fan and you don't watch Batman 89. That's like that for me. For watching, if you're a Spider-Man fan and you don't watch the first Spider-Man, or even in my opinion, the first three, because they're all connected. If you don't watch them, it's you don't have to like them. It doesn't have to be your favorite, but you should be informed on what came before. So what we got right now. Because
see, I guess I'm just a really bad Batman fan because the first movies that I always tell people to watch are Forever and Batman and Robin.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't even think about Batman.
Forever first? Are you kidding me? You lead with Forever? That's the one
Clay likes to see people suffer.
At least lead with Batman 66.
Oh, Brent's joining.
Look, we got a Sinister 6 right now,
I am here, yes, but I'm gonna full disclosure. The other side of my screen, I'm doing a little bit of work, so I'm multitasking.
Like that's not gonna stop if the trailer comes.
If the trailer drops, I'm literally leaving this room and going to watch it on my TV.
Fair enough. I guess I should share this. I haven't done much sharing, but what about you, Kirkland? Do you think you would need to watch the Toby movies in order to enjoy? If Toby and Andrew are in this, should you be watching all the Spider-Man movies before No Way Home?
I feel like bare minimum at least the first movie. I would probably still
not the third is
the
what
trilogy.
You're trying to say.
Why not?
I genuinely don't think 3 deserves all the hate that it gets.
I've always said this. The reason it got that is because when it came out, you could consider it one of the worst comic book movies. But since then, we've gotten so much worse that it's not. It really isn't. That's why.
I think some of the hate just comes from how Raimi was not at all wanting to do Venom and how he's gone on record of how much that was shoved down his throat to do it. His heart wasn't in it, and you could easily tell that in the movie.
Now, I've seen the argument say that Venom would not be as popular if he chose not to do it. Do you guys think that is true?
No, there's always been Venom boys since the 90s.
he's continued to always be the fun character to Spider-Man.
And he still has a look that, like, my kids, like Gwen, the second she saw Venom, she remembers who Venom is. The other villains say, oh, that's Doc Ock, but she knows that's Venom. Like, he just has that look that kids and like young, like teenage boys, especially, like just glom onto. Like, he's cool, he's badass. He's like, anytime you have a dark version of said hero, people are gonna latch onto that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, S-Buzz, Venom 2018 is required viewing considering Tom Hardy will be in the No Way Home post-credit.
I hope not, but
don't like that.
No, I don't think that would be required viewing. I really don't. I don't think Venom would be, if that's just a cameo. Now, if he's the big hero, then 3 was not Raimi's fault. Issue was caused by Avi Arad. Oh, Avi, our good friend. Basically, what Warner Brothers has done with most superhero franchises. Oh, well, Clay would disagree with that. Clay thinks Warner Brothers is doing a bang-up job with the superhero franchises they got. You know,
don't let this man lie to you. Don't let this man lie to you.
I'm gonna edit that part out. I'm just gonna.
I was about to say, man, all of us in the room, are you all gonna get along okay?
Oh yeah, I can put business. You know, I can put personal stuff aside for business. You know, that's
the lawyers have said so.
Yeah, how about me and Taylor have hospitalized each other, and then we had to podcast the next week.
Now, I will say we have played nice before for content. That's what I mean. Again, we've said money comes first. You know, we did Batman '89 review.
Come first, so that's fine.
I mean, yeah, I mean. That you can do you can have fans come first. But as far as like the Raimi movies and everything else, I still to this day, I will go ahead and reveal this. I have not seen Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I still have nothing to do with the Raimi movies.
Well, no. I was saying Raimi and Amazing Spider-Man. In the sense that if they are actually going to be in this movie, that is one of the only 2 superhero movies I have not seen. I have not seen Fan Stick.
That's a lie. There has to be someone more. Have you seen Howard the Duck?
Yes.
Have you seen
list them all, Travis? Don't miss one.
Dolph Lundgren's Punisher.
Yes.
Damn.
He's got to get ready for the charity stream. He's got to make sure these.
Have you seen the fantastic
Dolph Lundgren's Master of the Universe?
Masters of the Universe, Dolph Lundgren? Yeah.
You would have had to seen that. Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. I've not even seen the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
So see, Joe is making me watch it for his show. So that is technically one that I have not seen. Which
what about
I didn't even...
the unreleased Fantastic Four?
What?
So there's the
TV
Four.
one. The TV one that's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
What about
I was curious about that one. Oh my god, it was the worst mistake I've
What about Shang-Chi? Have you seen that yet?
Oh, you know what, Brent? Get this guy out of here.
You know what? Remove him from the stream. Get him out of here.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. Y'all see Alec Baldwin's The Shadow. What about that one, Clay? That's fucking awful.
Oh, I've seen that one twice. I
have only seen it once, but that was more of a viewing of like, it was my dad's best friend at the time was like, oh, you need to watch this movie. It's so awesome.
Oh, yeah, that 90s.
Who knows? The Shadow knows.
I think as a kid, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But like looking back at it, I was like, yeah, no. I think one superhero movie or comic book movie that I loved, like looking back at it, was The Phantom.
The Phantom with Billy Zane. He's a cool guy, Billy Zane. Yeah.
Well, how about Darkman?
Darkman, I have seen both of them.
So we had to do that last year when like everything first got delayed and there's no TV shows and no movies. We had our patrons all pick a movie we had to watch, and Taylor and Kirkland saw Darkman for the first time. And it's a wild ass movie. Like I had seen it, but it had been a long time. And man, Liam Neeson is chewing the scenery in that movie. He goes for it.
Before his daughter was kidnapped and he had a special set of skills.
Yeah. Just as I've
got a list. Guaranteed there are probably 10 or on there that some of you haven't seen.
And Dodge, you asked,
guaranteed.
when is the trailer supposed to drop? We don't know because the Sony panel has actually not started yet from the last update I got. So I think they're running a little bit late. So
they're notoriously late.
I thought this was supposed to start like 3 hours ago.
You thought so?
Yeah, like I thought their panel was from 6 to 9 o'clock.
A PSD.
Okay, time zone.
It is for
no,
us,
I was thinking. Yeah, all right.
I mean, the RPK's been Daniel RPK's been saying 9:30, and other people have latched onto it.
Yeah,
including
like
our favorite GA. What is it?
Marvel cited Grace Randolph.
Yeah, like, come on.
Oh my God, people are making such a big deal. The only reason I know they used it is because everyone else is bitching about it. I mean, if people would
I just don't want her to have any popularity, Brent. I feel the same way when she did.
They're giving her popularity.
Same thing when Snyder gave her exclusive interviews. I hated that. It's just like
Snyder gave her legitimacy.
I'm like, you're terrible. You're terrible.
But again, like you and I said on the Patreon, she's the one who gets views, and like Brent just said, he gave her legitimacy, and guess what? It's still gonna get views, and whether you like it or not, that's what it is.
All her videos do.
I just don't like those leech, those little like people that don't create anything, just sucks the life out of everything. Every little penny they can. Oh, it just drives me crazy.
So on that,
write a story, Grace. Write an article.
Oh, come on! How many bloggers do you know that don't do the same thing? Except
I hate all those too.
I mean, you can hate her, but you can't tell people to write something because they're just video or audio content.
No, Travis. Have you written a story?
I have. It's not a good one, but I have.
I love the honesty.
Well, we do the exact same thing she does, but we're not scoopers. So it's
I'm not making up 100 things, Clay, throwing them against the wall.
No, you are, because you guys think you are going to beat me and Taylor on Friday. That's a complete lie.
I've already won, Travis.
Getting 92% of them wrong and then not acknowledging any of the ones I got wrong and just being like, oh, see that 8% I got right? Yeah, that's what I hate.
Morales, I like you. You should stick around more often. You're my type of people. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's the whole thing about like with this trailer. That's why legitimately the past 48 hours, I've kept saying I don't believe it's going to come out for us publicly because I still don't know if they delay Venom again, like I imagine that would take the Spidey slot. If not, they're going to put out in November, and what you're going to have that in November, and then Spider-Man in December, and then Morbius in January. How
about this? If it comes out, does it say in theaters or does it have a release date?
Chris literally asked the exact same thing.
It just asked the same one.
Great minds.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I think
it just says in theaters. I think that's the
theaters,
safest thing for them to do. It doesn't mean like they necessarily have to stick to anything.
It's starting right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sean's tweeting from his book and just saying a lot of stuff about Cinema's back.
I saw you're sharing the tweet from Brandon.
I'm back.
Dude, I love Brandon from comicbook.com. He seems like a very nice guy. I'm sure.
Here we go.
Here goes a big butt. But he should write his own shit.
There we go.
No. The way he was so distraught yesterday, I'm just like,
well, did you see what
you don't have to watch it. Like,
did you see what he tweeted out too? Because he said the only reason he was going to CinemaCon.
That's what I mean. He was like,
and this may burn a bridge for me in the future, but he said he's going to CinemaCon for the trailer, and then today he's like, well, I'm not going to CinemaCon anymore. It's like, who cares if they're releasing the trailer? I don't know. It's just, and that confirms to me that he probably watched it. I feel like if he's that bummed up, it's like, you didn't have to do that, dude. And I get it.
You could have the strength of that of a Chris or Brent and just not watch it.
I haven't seen shit.
I really haven't. Like, some reason, like, you're all talking about these photos. I haven't seen one darn photo that y'all are referring about.
How much stuff do you have blocked or muted though? Like,
I don't.
You just turn off media. You turn off media previews and no pictures load. And so you then choose. So like anything in our chat, I assume nobody there's going to be a D-bag. So I go ahead and click on those. But everywhere else, no.
Just a burner account.
I mean,
or Greg would come in out of nowhere, 2 months not in the chat, just like, hey, have you guys seen this? And just drops and leaves again.
Well, no, like the big thing with like the whole thing with Brandon, like I genuinely like the whole idea of, oh, now I'm not going. I'm like, why? You still have the experience now.
And they're showing other stuff too. They're rumored to show Uncharted. They're rumored to show a bunch of other stuff. So it's like, you know,
You know, that was the big like joke. I think Brent even said it in the chat. Like, what if they just show the Uncharted trailer instead? It's like, and I think I joked about that like really early on. I was like, hey, who wants to see the Tom Holland movie? And they're like, Spider-Man, and they showed freaking Uncharted. That would be great.
I saw a good one to saying, see, we're gonna get the Uncharted movie, and we're not gonna get the one we all really wanted with Nathan Fillion, the bad guy from Avatar.
Yeah.
Oh, have you watched that on YouTube? They
no.
did like a short. They did a short.
No, I take it back. I've seen like parts of it.
Yeah, they did like a short film on YouTube. It was actually really, really, really good. Smalley, what does it say?
He said, "When's Fantastic Five coming?"
It's going to be the second Fantastic Four movie featuring Spider-Man.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
No, wait for Black Panther trailer. What are you referring to, Morales? I can't remember because we've thrown so much out. That Black Panther trailer is going to be, that's going to be tough. That whole marketing and lead up to that movie is going to be tough.
So did you guys see that TikTok that I sent to you guys about like the whole leaked video of like production, the set of Black Panther 2?
No,
like,
I never watch your TikToks. You always send them at work, and I can't like find a second to.
Damn it!
No, or you send them to like 11, 12 o'clock at night when I'm asleep, and I've got to like.
I'm sorry. No, but like, there's apparently there is a set photo of like the inside of like a Wakandan chapel or whatever, and on the pillars set in stone is something along the lines of like, rest in peace, King T'Challa, or something like that. So they are like trying to acknowledge the fact that he may be dead. Now, this could very well be fake because it's in a different language, like it's in Wakandan. Like, I don't know exactly if there is like, you know, some way to decipher that, but people are assuming that's what it says. So did we already assume?
I've assumed that they're going to write him off that way, by he will die in battle or he'll die by a villain or something like that. I just think that's the best way, because if you do the whole Gotham, well, Bruce Wayne's missing. If you do T'Challa's missing, that sets up the anticipation that he's coming back, and that would set up the, he's going to be recast, which I don't think they want to do that yet. So I think he will pass away, and that's whatever happens, whether it's Namor or Doom, whoever the villain is. That's why Wakanda will be like weak, because the throne and there's no Black Panther and the throne's up in the air, all that type of stuff. So I think he won't be alive, T'Challa, when we get to the movie.
And that's gonna, I mean,
I will say,
what else can you do though?
Chris just shared a potential length of the trailer.
Oh, it's from one of these random Spider-Man accounts.
Chris is sharing everything.
I was gonna say, because that's awesome.
That is a long trailer. Like,
for a first
one was
trailer.
5. Now this one is 3. Like,
well, they're making up for all the lost time, because we should have had like a trailer and 3 TV spots by now.
Mm-hmm. Taylor Field, welcome back. This is your first podcast in almost a month, sir, from your honeymoon. So welcome back.
Ooh. Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Congrats on the sex.
First time, I heard. No.
Uncle Sax, like a saxophone?
Yes, that's exactly it.
So Taylor, because we're all together here, I have to say something. Are you ready for Friday to kick the DC Alliance's ass over here?
Shit, here we go.
So I am anticipating an absolute win.
Was that this Friday?
Carnage. Let there be carnage. They're going to rename DC Alliance to that, you know?
Who's win, though, is the question.
Was that this Friday?
Yeah. Brent's been throwing his little shots.
Yes, it's the 20th.
No, I just don't believe he threw it. But
I probably should download that game.
Oh, don't worry about it. It'll be an
I
have to respond, because Clay last week, he was saying that I'm just using Taylor, all that stuff. No. Me and Taylor, since we've done our truce, we've been the best of friends. We won.
I take that as a compliment that you appreciate my skill, Clay. That's very nice.
We won team titles together. I stood as his best man at the wedding. We've never been stronger. Yeah, we fought. We had wrestling match. He's won one. I've won one. We've had made duels, but we're better than ever. We got the Wolf Warrior going, Clay and Travis. You know, like you can't break what we got going on right now. It's too strong. You know. So
yep.
I hope you're ready.
I'm still calling horseshit. I mean, this hasn't, like, this whole thing shouldn't have even freaking happened. I'm just gonna say that now. This whole throwing the match bullshit is bullshit. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, for real. We all saw it. Brent saw it. Chris saw it. Travis saw it. Kirkland was right there watching the entire thing.
Yeah,
commentating on the entire thing.
Kirkland has some pretty awesome, like, deadpan like commentary. I bravo Kirkman on that.
Tip my hat to
me and Taylor have been through hell and back, and we're gonna easily dispatch you two on Friday. You know.
No, see, so again, this whole thing, this whole like truce that you were talking about, which I mean, perfect. Snell is always gonna freaking go behind Taylor's back and talk shit anyway. No. So there's that. But also, I went back because I wouldn't be, you know, the man that I am without the research that I do on everything that I encompass as far as podcasts and comics and all of that stuff. So I've been watching this video with you and Taylor's match.
Yeah, it was classic.
No. So
I beat him. It was a great time. We're 1-1. We've tied the series. That's why it was great to call a truce.
No. You never actually beat Taylor.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
No, you didn't. Have you gone back and actually watched this?
No, I did. I lived it. I threw him over the thing.
No, see, so here.
God
damn it, Taylor. No, see, Dylan threw in the towel, so you never actually won.
I would take that personally as a win, throwing in the towel. That means he couldn't walk, he couldn't do anything. You know,
Apollo Creed died because he didn't throw in the towel.
See, so he could have died.
Oh, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. No, that's absolute bullshit. See, this is how, like, Travis is always going to be this, like, freaking Vince McMahon type that's always going to look through loopholes and play it out to be, oh, well, I make the rules, so I win. Joe said it again in the freaking GUA chat. He's always going to be moving the goalposts. That's exactly how he does things.
No, I have multiple defenses, multiple wins.
Bullshit. I will win again. Again, I've already said this. Hines, thank you so much for accepting. You're going to be a great teammate. You're a great co-host on DC Alliance.
He hasn't even installed the game yet.
Yikes.
I've already said that I would have taken them both on 2-on-1. It's
Let's
fine.
Go.
It's fine. I think that me and Snell should just have another go because he's just, you know, he wants to get whooped again. But if he wants to get whooped with his best friend or this, whatever this is called, it's a temporary truce, Taylor. Just letting you know, he's going to stab you in the back.
No, that would never happen. That would never happen. We've both done it.
He couldn't even say that.
I'm laughing because it's just so hysterical that it could happen. Me and Tim have done that before, but that's a part of a truce. We're better than ever. Oh man, Clay's internet's really buggy right now. I don't know what the. That's tough. I don't know what happened there. Oh, he's back. Thank goodness he's back. So Chris, what's the update on the panel so far right now? We can move off that topic of stabbing each other in the back. Chat. What is this? What releases first, Donda or Spider-Man? What is Donda?
That's Kanye West's album.
Oh fuck yeah! When does
the one he recorded at the Lakers stadium where he's living in or whatever.
Yeah, possibly. And he literally one night said like midnight, look out, and then I was there at midnight and I was looking, I didn't see anything. It was like this trailer that's gonna happen in half an hour. I'm gonna be looking out and there'll be nothing. We'll do a reaction for the 2002 Spider-Man movie. That's what we'll do. No big updates.
I'm just keeps on seeing like it's conflicting in the sense of like I see some people saying it started, other people are saying it hasn't started. So who knows?
I will.
There was a tweet.
Oh no! From with Great Power Book, Will Rogers tribute, then hopefully Sony. So it's starting. It's okay. they're with it.
It's starting. So
we burn Daniel RPK at the stake if we don't get this trailer.
That was great.
I saw a lot of tweets of that. Chris shared one.
Well, I gotta say, because Chris was sharing some stuff earlier, Daniel Burkana, so like this is the closest I love for our geek realm that we can get to sports and like talent signing. So like, okay, the trailer might be at this time. It might be 5 minutes past 6. Oh, okay, now they're saying no. It feels exactly like when someone like trades are going on.
Free agent frenzy.
Yeah, this is the free agency. It's like, when will this trailer drop? And I love it. Like the speculation, what's gonna happen. Fandom was like that too, and it was like, oh, there's a picture of the Batman. Oh, that's not official. Oh shit, take it down, Taylor. Take it off the Facebook. Like it's the closer we get to like sports talk and whatnot. And
all right, so now they're saying here comes Sony now on the stage.
where were they before? You know,
apparently Roy Rogers needed a tribute.
They're gonna walk up, trip up, haul everything down, and cause everything to fall apart.
I still love the one that someone said, "What if the trailer drops publicly and CinemaCon still hadn't seen it yet?"
Perfect. I have no problem.
I really don't like everyone pissing off Kevin Feige, though. That's not something I'd like to have happen.
The memes and the TikToks for Kevin Feige being pissed off about this.
Oh, here's another one. I'm just dropping one in the chat. This is good.
It's so good.
Yeah, no, we're having so much fun. I do love the interview last week. I gotta look at this. The interview he did last week with Brandon when he looked at the camera and he's like, "Is it not enough for you, Brandon?" Yeah. Oh, credit Taylor. You sent me this one earlier this week because Taylor's in what are you in the Toby Spider-Man meme group? Is that what you're on Facebook?
I'm in many Marvel meme groups, and the Toby memes are fire right now with Feige. Oh man.
Love them, everyone.
Now Justin Kroll, I hope he's trolling, but he says, "Don't know what everyone is freaking out about. Trailers dropping next Monday." So I hope he's just trolling.
Surprised he didn't say incoming before.
Yeah, no joke. Incoming. And
incoming. Oh, time to trend.
Here's something fun.
Yeah. My favorite for all time was when he did the time to trend, and it was like, it was going to be a sequel series about Matthew McConaughey playing like the lawyer from A Time to Kill, and everyone just dogged on for a day, and it didn't trend at all. It wasn't like he thought this was going to be such a big one, and he had a big track record, so I know why he was propping himself up. But if you tweet, you're going to trend on Twitter. You bet you got to have the fire. You got to. So like one time when he did that, he had the Chris Evans coming back as Cap. That's like okay, you got it. But Matthew McConaughey just playing a lawyer again in a movie that many people haven't seen. No, that's not going to be it, you know.
Daniel RPK just said, "Remember, Sony likes to change time and date, so if it doesn't drop, don't kill me."
Gotta backpedal now.
Oh yeah, literally.
It's getting close.
That's after he saw Kroll's tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, all in the game. Clay said that's so funny if it turns out to be an Uncharted trailer. Yeah, like, and it's funny. I'm interested to see that trailer. But if we were to get that, not the Spider-Man trailer, I promise you, on the YouTube page, that thing will be disliked to holy hell. And I'm not saying they should, but I'm just saying, like, if we get both, it's fine. If we get just Uncharted, people are gonna go like,
"Oh yeah, it doesn't even matter the quality of the trailer.
Before,
it'll just be
I've seen that happen before.
I mean,
oh yeah, Uncharted could be the best trailer in the world, and everyone be like, "Fuck, I hate this movie."
To be completely honest, not a whole lot of gamers, especially those of like Uncharted fandom, have really liked the casting of the Uncharted movie. No. So it's already been like, is it really worth it? You know? So I'm not really sure.
Top 10 worst marketing failures. Bubs, that'd be a fun list to look back at, like the 10, 15 years of Comic-Con.
Sony's officially starting now.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's the third time I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. BD just said a spider sense is tingling.
So
he forgot it.
Peter Tingle.
Peter Tingle, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Is he even there?
No, some people I bet get it. They've because through websites or something. There must be something going on, but I mean, my dude Nathan Fillion's looking half decent.
I think BD said he was going there, didn't he?
And then he retracted and said he wasn't going after.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I understand why they didn't go for Nathan Fillion. I understand why they went with someone younger. I just think with Tom Holland it was too young. I just have no interest in like. I know their pitch is like, well, we want to tell the story before the video games, as everyone knows. Like that doesn't interest me as a prequel. But even then, like Mark Wahlberg as Sully is like an odd choice, and we'll see. Tom Holland, he did. I can't remember. Oh, that not terrible movie, but that The Devil All the Time, whatever that movie was. Not a good movie, but he was really good in it. So I believe him. I think he'll be fine. It's just my excitement for that movie is pretty low, to be honest, right now.
Well, like when you see the list of people that were like up for the role, like Brendan Routh was on that list. Freaking Mark Wahlberg was on the list to be freaking Nathan Drake. So
Brandon Routh was never gonna fucking get that role. There's no way they were gonna give him.
I'm not saying that he would have.
He's typecast as Superman, Clay.
You son of a bitch.
No, I'm just saying comparatively to like who they were looking at and then who they eventually got. Like, because Chris Pratt was on that list as well. And it's just like, why go with? I'm not dogging on Holland's ability to act, but I'm saying you have this group of people and then you choose Tom Holland. There's no correlation to the.
There is. It's from Sony, and maybe they just want to make keep him happy as, hey, we want him to continue playing Spider-Man past this next deal and past his current contract. He wants to do this part. We're going to throw him this bone.
Well, look how he acted too. Look how he acted when he was going to be pulled from the MCU. He hated that. He didn't want to have. He was still going to be Spider-Man.
Nobody wants to be in the SPUMC. I mean,
you throw enough money at somebody.
Wait, what is that? What is that now?
Oh, that's just the meme Taylor put in the GOA chat. It's like it's Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2, and he says, "Before we start, did anyone lose the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer wrapped in a rubber band?" Well, we found the rubber band.
Well, here we're not the only ones saying we're going live at this point. Phase Zero is going live shortly after the trailer drops.
Well, we'll see.
Jeez,
I'll ask him how CinemaCon
not
was.
the only crazy one.
Well, he had a tweet: "Spider-Man, no way, the trailer doesn't drop tonight."
And then you have Nick the Famous says no trailer. I hope you're just well, you had two remarks. I don't know. And what is that emoji, Nick? The guy has some really sunken in eyes, but yeah, we'll see. I've always still said that so many scoopers are putting out there. I've always said I still think there is a chance that we don't physically get it. I don't know. He was really good in that Netflix movie with Pattinson. I wouldn't be surprised he ends up being half solid. That's what I was referring to, Biggs. Yeah, he was really, really good in that. The movie I think was fine to bad at times, and he also for Sony, he also did that Spies in Disguise movie with Will Smith, that like animated bird movie where Will Smith turns into a bird. So he's worked with Sony quite a few times. So I think it's more just that as like he's a Sony guy, even though I don't know if he thinks he's a Sony guy, they think he's a Sony guy. So let's keep him happy.
Is Chris Pratt the last like MCU star that went and made a big solo movie and it was successful? Like, I'm trying to think now. That's
a good question.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. did a couple during his time as Iron Man, and then his one after Iron Man was
the only ones that hit were Sherlock. Doolittle. Yeah, but that bombed. I think the only ones he had big success for was Sherlock, because Due Date came out that didn't do good. Doolittle. I think you might
didn't he do like a drama? Like, wasn't it called like The Judge or something like that?
He did. Yeah, I watched it. It was all right. But again, if you look at the track record, like blockbuster or money wise, they didn't pull in, because I think people really like Downey, but I think they like Downey as Iron Man. But he's doing, I think they said, isn't he doing a show with HBO Max? I think that's smart. I think
TV is. And he is running the production that is doing Sweet Tooth over at Netflix.
What about Chris Hemsworth? I mean, Men in Black International was a pretty big hit.
Well, no, that Netflix movie he had was actually really good.
Extraction was really good. Men in Black International was not.
What about Marriage Story? ScarJo.
I didn't see that one.
Well, are we talking good movies or are we talking like big success?
Like, big success. Yeah,
it's a good movie.
Because I still think if you put Extraction in the theaters, it doesn't do like people saw that movie because I have Netflix already. I like Chris Hemsworth. I don't think people pay for Chris Hemsworth. I really don't. Like, I'm trying to think.
There was a lot of movies Chris Hemsworth has been in since Thor 1.
Oh yeah,
and none of them really hit.
That's why he's like, yeah, I'll play Thor till I'm dead, because he knows him and Tom are smart guys. Every time they get asked, like, yeah, I'm gonna play this character till they don't want me to. And why not? I hate when celebrities like, I don't know, maybe just one more.
They know the power of the MCU. Like Brent just said about Men in Black International.
Red Dawn. I forgot about Red Dawn S. Bubs. They remade it with Hemsworth. I forgot about that.
I'm pretty sure Hemsworth was like, okay,
Josh Peck,
if I can't succeed with in Men in Black, I'm holding on to Thor as long as they possibly let me. Like, that's a big check every time.
That Hogan movie might hit it big.
I'm excited to see that actually. If they actually are serious to the terrible man that he was at times. If you tell all the story.
Like, make the money while you can, on the game. Yeah, he's been Jurassic World. He has Lego franchise. And even then, like, it was streaming, but still Tomorrow War was a huge hit for Amazon. So people like Chris Pratt. Now, there's some people like online that really don't like him, but like the GA, they love Chris Pratt. He is like, he's likable. He's good looking. He's a Schwarzenegger now. He has it all. He's doing good. So.
Hey, Schwarzenegger. Did he take her last name?
Kroll tweeted again a minute ago and said, "Sorry, I couldn't resist. I have no idea when it."
I was literally about to tell you guys that.
This is just fun, at that point, we're
it is fun.
And I'm not one of these people that say, "Oh my God, this is gonna be the best trailer of ever kind." No, I'm just a Spider-Man fan.
No, if it's not the best trailer ever, they failed after all this hype.
I was asking. I think I said it in the GUA chat, but if like the hype over this trailer. We were talking about like the largest grossing or not grossing, but the largest viewed trailers of all time when it comes to the MCU. Like, where do you guys think it'll be? Is it gonna be top 5? Is it gonna be top 10? Like, what are you guys thinking? Like,
so here's the top 10 for everyone's
Morbius footage just played.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Morbius be a top 10. I'm like, Chris, we have a talk.
No, remember, I'm the one that's I've never been a fan of that movie.
So the top 10 most viewed trailers on YouTube goes, and this is from top to bottom: Endgame, the first one; Endgame, the second one; Infinity War, the Lion King teaser trailer; Good job, Infinity War official trailer 2; Lion King, Fate of the Furious, Thor Ragnarok, and I think it's Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man. Far From Home, the first one that revealed like Tony and the whole plot. I think top 5 is possible. I don't think top, because I'm the camp that I just think that the hype for Endgame that had everybody. There's still tons of people that have no clue if Toby and Tom are in this. My mom has no clue about these rumors. No, like they don't have any idea. Where Endgame, you all knew, you'd seen Infinity War and you knew about the snap. So I don't think it'll get past that or Infinity War. I think top 5, yes, but top 3, no, I don't think so.
Counter argument to that, we haven't had this sort of thing happen ever for
Very
a trailer
true.
release. Not like this, where
That's why it's different.
Yeah, so I don't know with the leak, the fact that it actually leaked out, I think that works against it, but it actually might give us a chance to see the trailer. So I don't know.
You said top 10 and you named all those. The Batman was not on there at all?
Nope.
No.
Oh shit. No, I genuinely. I
mean, think about it. That movie. It was a trailer for a movie that was coming out like a year and a half later. Nobody cares that far out.
I think it's one of Warner
First
Brothers'
footage
biggest.
of Uncharted has played, Bullet Train, and more.
Sweet, we're done, right?
Well, no, I do think
you got a
that,
Bullet
like,
Train shirt on, Brent. That's what you're wearing.
Brent, I will say though, that thing trended like almost all week. Like it was talked about for a good while.
By us. And again, and people misunderstand what trending means. People misunderstand. People are like, oh my God, 600,000 tweets. It's a big deal. That could have been the same 100 people just tweeting over and over. People don't.
What are you referring to, Brent? What are you referring to?
Well, that's what I brought up when it comes to the whole haircut thing over at DCA when we.
Oh, how many tweets did that have?
He said it.
I mean, it's true though.
It did have 600,000. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, funny. No, seriously though, like I could tweet 1,000 times and that all counts. Like every one of those counts towards it. It doesn't mean people aren't excited, but it's not 600,000 different people, and that's what people misunderstand about that.
Release the web cut. Yes, Bub.
Stop that. We don't need that crap on this side.
No, I want to see the MJ scenes they filmed. I want to see her. Like, come on now, let's get that. I legitimately do want to see that. I want to see the frozen Norman head that we didn't get. It sounds terrible, but I want to see all that stuff. So I'm down. What about you, Kirkland? You think this would be like a top 5 most viewed trailer or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think it might be just because of the hype build up. I mean, it got all of us here talking about it, so that's fun. And like even people that aren't, or maybe that I would put them in the GA like boat, they are still like talking about the trailer, at least in my social circles. So
yeah,
I think yeah.
Well, I'm looking at like.
Whoa, hey.
Whoa.
It's out.
What?
It's legit out. I'm serious. I'll be back.
It's out.
Okay.
So
we are going to watch
watching this right now.
Yeah, we'll do a 3, 2, 1.
Are we all supposed to leave the room like Brad?
I might have to leave.
You got a link here for us, Snell?
I don't have. They were the one that told us. I don't have.
It's live. It's in. Let me throw it in the chat. It's live.
Okay.
I don't see it. What's going on?
I'm trying to look on YouTube right now. What the fuck is going on?
Keep it pause, and then we'll do the 3, 2, 1, and then we'll watch it. Yeah, if Chris, you have to leave, that's no problem. I don't. Okay, here we go. So it's at the bottom. It's the GUA. The what just happened. Okay, so
I have the official trailer.
Okay, I do too. So it's pause for me right now.
I think so.
Okay, so Travis is a go. I'm a go. Kirkland, are you a go?
No, I don't have
press
it.
Pause.
What's the 0? I'm trying to find it. Just wants to make sure.
Oh shit!
What's the like? Anyone got a link in the screen?
It's on the GUA chat. We just said it.
Yeah, I know. I didn't hear you. I'm trying to simmer down.
All right, I watched it. No.
Oh,
Okay. Give me
What is this quality? Jesus.
You should have seen the leak trailer.
Oh shit.
I have it here. Whenever you
Okay,
guys
we
are
all-
ready. Just
we all
let me
have
Kirkland, you
sit.
got it?
Yes. I'm
Taylor,
ready
you
to
got it?
play.
I found it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did. The drones that are yours. Does any part of you feel relieved about all this? What do you mean? Now that everybody knows you don't really have to hide or lie to people. For the record, I never wanted to lie to you. But how do you tell someone that you're Spider-Man? Now everybody knows. But this isn't about me. This is hurting a lot of people. I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
Okay.
So, Peter, what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved half the universe together. I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
Okay, Steven.
That feels weird, but I'll allow it.
When Mysterio revealed my identity, my entire life got screwed up. I was wondering if maybe you could make it so that he never did.
Strange. Don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous. Fine. I won't.
I think he's the perfect casting.
Our world is about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Wait, everyone? Can't some people still know?
That's not how the spell works.
So MJ's gonna forget about everything we've ever been through?
Stop tampering with the spell.
Oh my god, Ned, he's my best friend. Oh, my Aunt May should really stop talking. Just happened?
Oh shit.
Oh man.
They really said it. They
Problem is you trying to live two different lives. The longer you do it, the more dangerous it becomes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh fuck.
Be careful what you wish for, Parker. Hello, Peter.
Oh, let's go.
Oh fuck.
Oh, so good.
Woo.
Wow.
Whoa,
So-
we got a date.
They have a date.
Wow.
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 Wow, very interesting.
Ballsy.
Okay. Okay, so we'll wait for Ben to
Wow.
get back in here and then we will
He's probably
breaking
gonna watch
it
it
down.
2 or 3 times.
yeah, he won't come
He's
back.
probably
actually.
he's probably passed out. Actually, someone's
I am impressed with that. We've got Green Goblin basically all but confirmed.
Could be New Goblin.
Oh, yeah. James Franco from out of nowhere. I got like because we can't talk about that trade yet till Brent's here. I just will always hate that they called him New Goblin. You know, like
Yeah.
why they couldn't think of. I don't even need them to call him Hobgoblin. They just couldn't think of anything else other than New Goblin.
Call him Harry.
Harry Goblin.
Sure. Give him some fur.
Yeah, shit, it's the Harry Goblin.
I don't know if
Oh.
I'm cursed, but every fucking time that we do one of those watch alongs, my video buffers. So then I get like 10 seconds behind everyone. Every time that happens.
Whoa, Batman! And
Yeah.
you're like, what? Thanos is
Oh
back.
man.
Thanos is like a variant Peter Parker. Hey, Aunt Ray. He's just big Thanos swinging through New York. Oh my goodness.
man.
Well, you know what? We will start because I actually don't know when Brent will get back. So, ladies and
not
gentlemen,
come
This is a crossover episode between GeekVerse, Marvel Alliance, and DC. I'll quickly go around the room. I am Storm Norman, Travis Snell, and I'm joined by, I'm going to introduce names because there's so many people here. I'm joined by Mr. Patzer.
I am your friendly neighborhood caster, Kirkland Patzer.
Oh, you get to say it because Brent's here. I'm joined by the other Canadian. Well, shit, Canadian Travis. Fuck.
That's a trick question.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
And then I'm joined by the last Canadian.
Oh, the last Canadian. Yikes. I saw it, Taylor Field.
There you go. Welcome back to podcasting, sir. And then we're joined by the fanboy of many.
I am Fanboy Clay.
And then we are joined by the Michael Jordan of the GUA, the podcast network pod. No. Anyways, who are you, sir?
I'm the Uncanny Chris.
Exactly. So for GeekVerse's episode, for Marvel Alliance, this is a 0.5. For DC, they're just here along for the ride because this is probably the last appearance they'll have before they lose to us on August 27th in the Rocket League match. But we're not here to talk about that.
First, I want to say thank you, DCA, for going early tonight.
Yes,
we appreciate it.
All thanks about because you guys were streaming originally, but we did this. So let's just go around the room. Marvel Alliance host Chris, I'm gonna let you lead it off. Just first impressions, and obviously we're gonna take a look at some stuff and everything like that. But what did you think about the trailer? I don't know if we'll do a watch along yet.
Okay, is Brent okay?
Brent will be back at that point. It was interesting how they. I'm glad we acknowledged for once and for all that what Mysterio did happened at that point. Brent and I are probably really scared right now because they did the thing that we were saying. One more day. I was like, oh yeah. God, why? So I'm excited. I think that I'm glad we did not see Toby and Andrew at this time. If one or both of them in, I think that's they're gonna hold that as much as they can because you don't need it at that point. We got Goblin, we got Alfred Molina, even though Alfred Molina confirmed himself, but it was a good first trailer. It was very good.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear Brent's opinion about the one more day potential aspect. That's where he is. He's just swearing at his TV like, they did it. No, they did it. Fanboy Clay, what did you think about this trailer? Obviously, very anticipated. We sat around for about 40 minutes. That'll be on audio somewhere. But we had a fun time talking about. So what do you think about the actual trailer? Seeing it nice HD quality.
Somebody already said it in the chat over here, but it seems to be the exact trailer that was leaked. Now, some of us can say that we may have been a little too weak or just really, really excited to get something. Either way,
you decide, fans. You decide.
Exactly. This was actually really, really cool. I don't know. There's in the beginning when it says the male spider's ability to hypnotize females. Is that a call to Silk? Or no. Yeah.
It's a call to it's a callback to Silk.
Yeah. So I thought that's interesting. That would be kind of fun to play around with. Now we do know that Hulu not Hulu. Amazon. has the Silk show that's going to show up there.
Because Sony doesn't have a streaming service, so they pawn it off on everyone else to do their work.
Here you go.
Yeah,
you take that.
yeah.
Sony doesn't have a lot of things besides the PlayStation 5.
But this was fun. I was very surprised how quickly the CGI was readily available to debut this trailer, which I think is really, really cool. And they had a fucking date. Ballsy, I will say.
Ballsy. Yeah, it is.
It's crazy. They did say this Christmas, and then they put December 17th on it. So are they putting both just in case? Or and here he is.
He's alive.
He's crying. No, I'm joking.
Hey, I'm finally back. No, I had some technical difficulties, and I was like, well, I could either fix it on my TV or I could watch it on my iPad, and so I fixed the TV first. Sorry.
We just got you passe with excitement. That's all.
Yeah.
No, but it was a really good trailer. I really liked it a lot. No Mephisto anywhere. It's just great.
Just hints of Mephisto-esque at this point.
No, it seriously, it was good. And I mean, basically, like, I'm surprised we saw Molina, but of course, Molina told everybody he was in it anyway. The pumpkin bomb, yes. And I do like this story for trying to put the genie back in the bottle as far as the secret identity goes. What did you guys think?
Phil, you go. You were next in my eyesight.
I am astounded. Again, going forward into this, I admit I saw leaked things. I'm not proud of it, but I did.
You dirty bastard.
I know. So the leaked things were very much like un-CGI polished and all that jazz. I'm gonna say it now, but I'm just amazed. I feel like, okay, like this was unprecedented. It happened. It was unsuspected. I feel like Sony was like, you guys better finish that CGI. We need to like get this out. And like, but hey, kudos to them. They did it. And the trailer looked great. And the qualityness of it, like it was just fabulous. It was nice to actually hear it because again, the leaked version had like people like talking and you couldn't actually hear the dialogue of the leaked trailer. So
look at that. That's why you don't watch that.
It was so bad. It was so bad. But like, it was nice to hear the dialogue and like catch all the.
It was nice to actually see it done right. And thank God Brent and I kept the.
You guys, you made the right call. I mean, because literally it was just like blobs of like middle school like CGI program shapes moving with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange in the mix, and then and it was nice to see it all polished off. It was really nice. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I don't like this like trailer elitist thing going on right now. You know,
then don't watch crap copies.
You're gonna tell me to go to the theater next, huh, Brent?
No, I don't care if you watch it.
No, that's
this
not what he
trailer
said.
has to be seen in the cinema.
He's telling you don't do the thing, or he's still going to be elite to you. That's basically what he just said. If you're going to do this, he's going to be elitist.
If you're going to watch crap copies, I'm going to call
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I could care less where you watch the actual movie.
Foggy sent me an HD copy, so I didn't have the same problem these guys did. So, Heinz, what did you think about this full trailer?
Well, like Taylor, Clay, and you had said, I may have seen something beforehand.
Oh, we got another one.
It was not shared, like retweeted or anything by me, but into the timeline. But I did see it, and like they said, it was exactly like it was here. But it was much more enjoyable. Chris and Brent were right to hold off on it, but I really enjoyed it. There was a couple things I thought. First thing that came to mind was Doctor Strange is such a perfect casting, right out of comic book. I love that. He's one of my favorite characters. I enjoy him every time he's there. And I thought that I'm pretty sure you could go back to old casts where I thought that's the way they would go, where he would ask Doctor Strange for help and he would do a spell.
Right, yeah.
So I kind of could see that coming, but like the Goblin. Did we hear Norman? A little bit of narration.
We heard the
laugh.
We heard the laugh. Yeah.
Okay, I thought he had a couple words there. I could have been wrong on that, but
you got a problem with my laugh, Kirkland? You're chuckling at my laugh. What's going on?
No. Okay. I'm just thinking of something funny that happened to me.
Seeing Alfred Molina just gave me just a happy feeling, like
and
nostalgia,
we see yellow lightning as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Black Lightning, of course.
Him coming out with
Stop it.
Hey, why do you think DCA is here?
Yeah, exactly.
Crossover.
Big. Sony's been bought by Discovery as well. No, but Kirkland Patzer.
that would be fun if that happened.
Disney bought DC. Disney bought DC. Disney bought DC.
Kirkland, what do you think?
You couldn't handle that.
Yeah, so I was blown away. Just pretty much reiterate what you guys said. Brent actually mentioned that like I'm really happy with like the just trying to get the genie back in the bottle whole scenario. Alfred Molina, I felt like I wasn't like blown away by seeing him, but still just seeing him like with the tentacles and everything, I just still like, oh man, I'm so excited. But I think the biggest hype moment for me was those pumping bombs. I'm just excited to get that Green Goblin on screen for the first time. I guess it's not the first time. It's the third time?
First time for Holland. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like sweaty while I was watching that. I'm so pumped. I can't wait to get another one. And are we gonna get another one before it?
Oh yeah,
wow,
for sure.
This is completely off topic. Sony's surprising CinemaCon with Ghostbusters Afterlife screening.
Oh, good for them, those bastards. No, we'll definitely get. I think we'll get at least 2 more. You know, Kirkland, how Sony rolls. They always show that one trailer that spoils everything. They spoil, the whole plot of the first one. They spoil
I was
that
expecting
MJ
more
knows.
because of that. Honestly,
it's always the second one.
I think the second one is where we'll see Jamie Foxx.
490,000 views on YouTube right now.
I
Yeah,
think
nobody cares. Have you guys talked about the release date? It's still in the trailer.
Yes, December
Yeah.
It had
17th.
I
two
might
dates,
actually
though,
get to see it.
technically.
Yeah,
Technically, I
yeah.
feel like that's technical 2 dates.
What do you mean?
Let's see what happens with Venom.
It says Christmas first, and then it says December 17th.
Oh, they all Christmas for movie trailers does not mean December 25th. It means the holiday season.
First.
What was it? Someone else did. Didn't Ghostbusters do Thanksgiving? They did Thanksgiving, and they have a date that's totally not Thanksgiving.
Was it Canadian Thanksgiving?
So,
116 days, by the way. 116 days away.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how Venom does and Shang-Chi does. I feel like we could in 2 weeks be talking about this again. Be like, oh, there's no chance. I really liked the trailer. I think it does a good job of telling the story. Of course, it's crazy, and because we've had these rumors for months, obviously, kind of like Kirkland's, like when you see Melina, it's not like a huge hype because like, okay, we knew this was coming. But I think the biggest thing that I love about it is it's like actually real. We talk about this all the time on GeekVerse or with Marvel Alliance. It's like you can hear rumors for all day long, but until you see something, and obviously Melina already kind of spilled some beans, but the fact that they're showing the trailer, I think it gives a good idea too for we will see Toby and Andrew in one of these. If not, it still gives the GA an idea of, hey, these are going to be old actors, so we might see the other ones. I'm going to probably throw it back to Brent in a second because I have to go with I'm not as big of a hater as you as far as the one more day thing. I know that is one of your big cruxes, but so far as the plot device of Strange wishing it away, Hein's been throwing out for a while and I agreed with him. I just don't know. We'll wait till the movie. I don't like how they play like Strange in the trailer. I don't know. I'm excited in the movie to find out why he would do it because I feel like it's just strange for him to go very willy-nilly. And for months we've been like, oh well, Loki and Wanda, that causes the multiverse, but really it doesn't cause anything to do with Spider-Man. At least it's Doctor Strange messing around some magic. So I hope in the movie it plays better because in the trailer for me it actually plays a little goofy. It feels like Strange feels a little aloof, and I don't like my Strange aloof.
Mr. Hines has a question.
I have something with that. I think maybe because of what happened with the events of Loki, only that is why the spell goes out of whack. Like you get all those multiple branches off. I think that only happens because of what happened at the end of Loki. I don't think
I hope, but they're portraying in the trailer as it's Peter being like, oh, my aunt, oh, my Peter Tingle, oh, Ned, oh, it's just like, yeah, you would have thought that already before, kid. Like I know, but like that's why I hope you're right. But if it's the same way in this trailer, it feels a little like it feels goofy to me. It really does. From Strange's point of view, I don't think he would. I honestly want to know why he would just agree to do this as well too. I feel like no, sorry, kid. Like you got to live with it. Like no, I'm gonna change all this shit. You know, Strange is a Skrull. Confirmed. There you go, S-Bubs. He broke.
I mean, to be fair, you didn't see Peter really like. You didn't see the entire scene. You saw clips of the scene. You saw sentences, snippets. We don't know. It could be as simple as Strange. I mean, he called it out that they saved half the universe together. Strange could just feel like kinship to Peter in the loss of Tony Stark and with what they went through together in Infinity War. He could now feel a connection. He could feel responsible for Peter in a way that Tony used to. I don't know that he does. I'm certainly projecting. I'm just saying it's possible, and that would explain why he would do all this, even though Wong is saying no. And hey, how cool is it to see Wong in a different movie, like not Doctor Strange? That's awesome. I love that they put Wong in the trailer.
Let me point out something before something goes. This comment of the trailer is misleading. That's the point. As me and Kirkland, we've talked about years on GeekVerse. That's not the point with Sony. That first trailer, or it's the second trailer for Homecoming. They lay out the entire movie from A to B pretty much. They leave out that twist, but you can tell this is where he loses a suit. This is the train of action. Same thing with the other one when they did the whole MJ thing. I heard that all the time. Oh, it's MJ's probably just joking. She doesn't know it's Peter. And then it was the exact same scene from the trailer in that movie. So if it was MCU, I'd agree that, oh yeah, it's misleading, but it's Sony and it's Marvel. They're SPU. And that's where I think that scene could be the exact same scene where it's whatever you said. Yeah, it could be a kingship, but still, it just, if it plays off like that, if it's no like multiverse, like Heinz says, Sony has done that before where it's the exact same scene put in the trailer into the movie. Like, oh, why did you show me this? I don't think it's as big, but they have done that before.
Absolutely. They have a history, but it's worth remembering that those two movies, they had like 95% of the movie financially. They only have 75% of this one. Marvel has a bigger voice at the table as far as the marketing goes.
That's true.
Fingers crossed, Brent.
I mean, anybody I'm not upset with it, so whatever. But
anybody noticed the little short clip of our new Spider-Man suit?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's a very, very small, but they do show something. As far as the whole why would Doctor Strange help him, like they did go through a world-ending event together, also.
They were
Like,
both snapped away.
Yeah,
They probably were
Just
best
saying.
buds
Yes, but then
in the
snap-
other life.
snap bros for life.
Yeah.
does he do this for everybody then that has a problem? Like everyone that snapped, everyone that he had a little venture with, like is Pepper gonna come to him and be like, hey, like I really need
but
like, a
how many
babysitter
times?
for the kid?
How
Like, you
how
know.
many
That.
times has these characters unwillingly had their identity shared with the entire world?
In the MCU? I don't think that much.
0?
Yeah, I think
Dude,
MCU they all
exactly.
come out. Yeah.
Dude threatened to
Exactly.
do it to Superman and Superman and Lois for an episode, and then they completely forgot about it and never talked about it again. It was never a option for some
that's
reason after that.
What I'm saying though is like it's
He
clearly
killed them.
something that Peter did not want, and you could, I think it's a very simple like, hey, they have some sort of kinship, so he's
Here,
going to help him out.
Here's the official synopsis they just put out. For the first time in the cinematic history of Spider-Man, our friendly neighborhood hero is unmasked and no longer able to separate his normal life from the high stakes of being a superhero. When he asks for help from Doctor Strange, the stakes become even more dangerous, forcing him to discover what it truly means to be Spider-Man.
All right.
That's
Not much.
like so. There's touches
Also,
of stuff.
I really did enjoy the closed captions playing a part in the trailer, like almost like I think Gogeta Vegito said it, how this is almost like a Spider-Verse, kind of how their trailer did the exact same thing, and even in the movie. I think it's really cool that they did that. Wong pieced out early to fight Abomination.
Since you've been gone, I'm a fucking cage fighter, Steven.
I'm gonna get my butt whooped. Let's go.
Yeah, how do you think I'm paying for rent in this place? Why do you think Peter's gone?
Don't
They have
do
no
that
heat.
spell. Don't do that spell.
Is
It's too dangerous. I'm
Wong
going to
is
fight
Wong the
Abomination.
new Nick Fury here, and he's just gonna have like cameos in every single MCU movie from here on out, or what?
Sure, why not? Maybe he is the
He
like
should
the
be. He should
supernatural
be.
Nick Fury, So Kirkland, what about you? What do you think about as far as the Doctor Strange stuff? Because I don't know if it bugs you, but I know you're on the same court as me as far as Sony and their kind of hands. So where were you on the reasoning for, okay, for some reason this wish goes awry, and this is how we're getting the multiverse sort of stuff, which be careful what you wish for, Peter,
First of all, I loved his puffy jacket. He looked nice and cozy.
Yeah,
It's definitely one of those things when it happened. I'm just absorbing the trailer, and then I get to like Alfred Molina, I get like Green Goblin bomb, and then I'm just like over the moon. I completely forget about like what just happened with like the Doctor Strange thing, and then we just get talking about it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that actually is a little eye rolly on just how quick of a decision. It's like, oh, you need help? Okay, I can literally do like a Men in Black blinker thing on the entire world. So let's just do that. I got everything I need in my basement. Let's go do it. I am hoping that there's more like in the movie. It's one of those, yeah.
and it's one of those things. It is. It could be tons more in the movie, but we just go off like what they've shown us so far, right? So when this comes out, I'm completely wrong. They did a really good job. That's the way they showed in the trailer. You get like that's the. I almost wish that they. I don't know. I wonder if they could have done that without showing the inciting incidents. I guess that, but I wish. I don't know if there's a way to show it. But if it is coming in December, I guess you do got to start pumping out some material.
Yeah, like I think I'm just excited to get more of like Doctor Strange and Peter together, more so than I am for like maybe it's not a perfect reasoning for him to just help Peter. So again, I'll be going into the movie with just I don't know some hope that it'll be a better reasoning than just what I got from the trailer. But
what about you, Taylor?
It's not game breaking.
Yeah. Well, and at the end of the day, like it's kind of me playing devil's advocate. I'm probably gonna watch this movie and be crying throughout the last like half of this movie. So don't worry. If this is the reason, it's not gonna ruin the movie for me. I just kind of go, oh, that's how we got there. But what about you, Taylor? Because I feel like this decision Strange potentially makes very quickly is something you would do. Like I feel like if you had magic, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just whip this up and fix this mistake.
I don't know what I would do if I had magic. I don't ever want to know. But as for Doctor Strange, I got like Thor Endgame vibes, to be honest, from him. Like, I don't give a shit, kind of like not like the same like physical sense as Thor, but in the
That's what
mental
CGI'd
sense.
in the
Yes,
trailer.
yeah.
He's just fat, got a big gut.
Yeah. I just feel like he's I get a sense that he's just kind of like given up or something like that, but it wouldn't make sense because he's still obviously like doing his own thing. They have to obviously explain why the sanctum is snowed in, because unless you guys know that, because I definitely don't understand that. But I do feel like, okay, there's a reason why he's just kind of more laid back, why he knows that he shouldn't be tampering on these spells. Obviously, like Wong is telling him what's what, but he doesn't care. And that fits with Strange's persona to a degree, because he's always like, let's dive into crazy shit. And I just feel like
that's what he tells all the heroes. Let's dive into some crazy shit.
Crazy shit. I feel like this is like the one thing that from his development from the past few movies that he wouldn't have done. So I'm curious what his justification reasoning is. But
you don't think he would have done it? I mean, look at the way he played with the Time Stone or the Eye of Agamotto in the first movie, the way he just disregarded everything the other sorcerers told him to do. I thought it was completely in character that he would ignore Wong.
He did, but he progressed from that and developed to a point where he gained that respect for the boundaries or the limitations and the confines to work with this sort of stuff. So I feel like where he's at now, I feel like it maybe is a step backwards to a degree.
The thing with Strange, even in the comics, is he has a respect for what it is, but he's always been the rebel of the Sorcerer Supremes. He's always been just a little bit ones to take a bit of risk and somewhat be a hypocrite when it comes to what he's willing to do.
And I wonder, so like, if we're looking at this from the perspective of, okay, he goes to him and says, I want this wish to happen, everyone forgets, and he's starting to freak out, like, I want certain people not to know. I feel like, couldn't he just because here's the thing, I'll be interested when we get in the movie, when MJ will not know he is Peter Parker. Is it like Kirkland saying, is it like in a Men in Black where you would flash them and they wouldn't know anything about Peter? Or is it just the Spider-Man part? Because if it's just Spider-Man part, I feel like the feelings would still be there. Like Ned would still be his friend, stuff like that. So you could literally go and tell MJ the next day. And then, but that's why I'm interested in the movie. What does it wipe?
But that's the thing in the sense of what else is at risk with it. In the sense, like, I saw someone tweet out, well, you could just tell them all again he's Spider-Man at that point. It's like, yeah, okay, but you don't know how it's going to go this time, and what the other effects are. Going to Alfred Molina at that point, we believe Alfred Molina spilling all the tea that he comes out of what we all thought he was. Spoiler alert for a many-year-old movie at this point. He comes right out of the river, and there he is at that point. The fact is, saying hello, Peter, to a point, misdirects at that point. He says hello, Peter, at that point, in the sense he sees a spider costume. Do we know this is Tom Holland he's seeing, or are we seeing one of the others?
Yeah, a little Infinity War trailer cutting action.
Also, Dr. Ock kind of looked like he had a bit of a blue glow. I don't know, to his back part. So maybe that technology that was sinking in the ocean with him when he was dropping, maybe that somehow merged with his suit. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out a way he survives, like going to the bottom of the ocean there.
I'll push back against your comp Vigs of him feeling guilty about killing off Tony. He didn't kill off Tony. Like he like told him it was the one, but like that's Thanos. That guilt should not go on to Strange's like, fuck, you killed Tony, didn't you? Like, no. Like,
I don't think Steven feels any guilt when it comes to that kind of stuff.
He said he literally let that boy die, and and maybe it is. We'll see how he's changed. I agree with Taylor, the fact that I felt like in Endgame and Infinity War he felt a bit more guarded and a bit more, okay, I don't want to mess with stuff, but I am interested if it is like Molina says, where okay, he's falling in the river and he gets sucked out. That's why my point has always been like, okay, why would Doc Ock want to just start going to wreak havoc or kill Peter, right? Because at the end of that movie, if we're going with continuity, he has this like babyface turn. He's a good guy. So why all of a sudden is he destroying bridges and he's out to get Peter? Obviously, that one is not con. I'm just posing that as a question. Like, okay, there's a pumpkin bomb. We see people are sharing images of the electricity. So it's like there's an attack going on. Why are they kind of reverted back to being insta-bad? And that's an intriguing thing.
I just gonna say one thing. I have no idea about that, boys. I'm going to jet because it's the latest for me. It's midnight now, so hour and a half DCA show and then this. So
Oh,
this was
and Kirkland
fun.
too. No.
Kirkland stole my thunder there.
Yeah.
The trailer was awesome. I can't wait to hear the Marvel Alliance boys talk about it even more on the episode this week.
Oh yes.
Who
I mean,
knows?
I
Maybe-
guess if you want to.
What if there's a guest again this week? Who knows?
What if?
What if there's no in-laws?
I want
staying
you
at
to
your
ponder.
house?
I want you to ponder the question.
What if there's no in-laws staying at your house? Yeah, I got.
That's right. You got to ponder, man. Got to ponder.
See, in this,
Later,
what if it's a
everyone.
see you, sir? If it's a variant Doc Ock, if it is, we'll have to see. But then I feel like that's going against Melina's, mouth spillage. Like because he said he's getting ripped from the movie, but
That'd be the
I don't-
ultimate troll. He was messing with us the whole time.
he actually dies on that bridge like right away too. Like he's only in that moment, and then boom. So
God.
they actually
He had
like,
more, but they cut him because of what he
yeah,
said.
the same way they thought about cutting Batista in Endgame. Like, all right, we'll keep him for now, but you're not being what if, sir. There's no chance. What else anything big we want to talk about from this trailer? Any moments? I will say, actually, I really like the beginning with MJ and Peter. Like you brought up, Clay, about the whole like hypnotizing spider, but I like their chemistry. I like their chemistry a lot more in Far From Home. In Homecoming, I did not really like the duo. I didn't like the character that much of MJ. So I think that's growing, and I like that they have this playful banterness, and it seems like they've been together for a while.
It really helps her shacking up in real life, so that does help.
That too. That's always good.
Well, I want to bring up two things. One, we've all seen the GUA because I just posted it. The fact that like there might be a little bit of teasing of another character in this trailer.
They're saying that's Lizard. Who has fucking owl eyes that can see that's Lizard?
There's a devil. There's a spider going into Hell's Kitchen, maybe.
Like, look at that image. Look at that.
Don't toy with my heart like this. Come on.
Or were you talking about the other one?
He's got a little bit of hair on it, and I've seen it in.
Other people, other people are saying it's Lizard, but all right, okay.
Well, there's people here that are saying like, "Oh man, this might be Matt Murdock," in the interrogation room or whatever. I mean, it could be, but also a lot of people are hung up on this whole thing of Stephen Strange using the whole same like pushing, what is it called, the when he
astral projection.
Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Why would he be doing it to Peter?
To show the difference between Spider-Man and Peter. In the trailer, they basically say something like, you're living these two lives that conflict with each other, and you have to basically pick.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
But why would he be doing, like, is it just like a scene where they're going to talk it out after? Because why would he have to, like, get him that inner body, be like, see, this is Spider-Man, and you're Peter, Spider-Man Peter. Like, I feel like.
Why did the Ancient One have to do the same thing to the Hulk in Endgame back in the 2012 scenes? Or why did they do it to see? I mean, it's Doctor Strange. It's what he does. You get punched in the chest, your body goes flying on the astral projection plane.
Strange made sense because it showed him as like a, hey, look, I'm not like a fucking loony. I have like actual magic. And Hulk, I would argue. She was, but Hulk, I would argue too that she saw a potential threat with the big green muscly dude, so she disposed of him. And maybe that's like, is there a chance that Strange also forgets that he's Spider-Man? Is that like, would he be immune to it, or is there a chance that it does go wrong and he like for some reason thinks like he's, because if everyone forgets he's Spider-Man, right, people would still be hunting Spider-Man down because the narrative is he killed Mysterio, who's a hero.
Right.
So is there a chance that Doctor Strange is hunting Spider-Man because he thinks he's a bad guy, but he doesn't know he's Peter?
I think if you're inside that little safety circle, I think you're immune.
I was
what
going
if
to
he
say,
gets bumped out?
Devil's advocate here in comics. I know, again, at liberty to change whatever they want, but Steven still knows the whole thing with Spider-Man. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Like
I think just and everything like that.
Yeah, that whole thing about one more day, like even after the fact, like I'm pretty sure he knows about Peter being Spider-Man.
And I believe that's correct. And when that happened in the comics, all Peter had to do was show somebody his identity, and they got all their original memories back.
Which they've recently played off of that with him and Black Cat, I believe, in the comics, and they're kind of still playing around with it. Like we just recently, within like 3 months ago, I think, or even more. Brent, I'm pretty sure you've already seen it, so not talking too many spoilers. But for the fact that like Stephen Strange is like apparently confronted Mephisto about it. I haven't read every single Amazing Spider-Man within the
You
past year,
haven't? Wow. No.
but I've
Step your game up.
I've tried to keep
Yeah.
up with a lot of it.
Slacking.
Well, the way this movie is shaping up at that point, him trying to, I think we're finally going to get the words uttered as with great power comes great responsibility. The way this whole thing is him trying to throw off his own responsibility of being Spider-Man and understanding that he can't just be Peter. His abilities and what he can do are too important to the greater good. I think we're finally going to get the quote we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, and I also feel like because at the end of Homecoming, he basically got like that question, right? When are you going to be just like a high school kid, or actually be a man, become an Avenger, get the Iron Spider suit and all those things? And he's like, I'm good. But now we're at the third movie, and I feel like he'll have to, make that choice as opposed to just put it off, like hit the 7-day reminder. Don't ask me again for a while. He can't do that, I don't think, in this movie.
What about Daredevil? He could protect New York. Mephisto will appear
The
in
Fantastic
episode-
Four, maybe,
Yeah.
In episode 7 of No Way Home. Well, no. So, Snell, I did not know what you were talking about when you were showing your phone.
Oh, so-
So it says here this shot was really dark, but is this really Lizard? And then RPK is like, "Yep." What?
And yet
that's a big leap.
So now it's not a big leap. If you look at what Heinz just shared in
Heinz
the GUA
linked
chat,
that.
You're right.
that one's not a big leap. Because originally someone just showed like a picture, paused, and zoomed in, and it was just a fucking dark blob. I'm like, this could be this could be Topher Grace's Venom for all we know. But it's literally him slashing, and it looks like he is blocked by something. Now I wonder if this is a situation, like he's blocked by something that looks like Doctor Strange magic,
Yeah.
right? I'm wondering if there's a situation where in that room, when the original spell comes off, kind of Chris was saying when they're playing with expectations with the bridge scene, that bridge scene is not the first time we see them. I wonder what if they pop up in that room and Strange like locks them away, like tries to hold them back, and then they eventually, that's why they kind of think like Peter's a bad guy because like they've been brought to this universe, they're holding him against their will, like something like that. Just because, or it could literally just be like him as a shield. I would have to. Does anyone have magic as far as he's wearing the suit right now? Right, we're getting really geeky right now, but I love it. What was he wearing when he went to Strange to talk about the wish? Not a suit, so I'm wrong.
No, not a suit.
Logic.
But like, also, what if throwing theories out there at this point?
What if
Strange is dealing with multiverse branches? Random theory, but kind of could lead into Multiverse of Madness.
Like he already is dealing with that stuff.
Yeah,
I kind of
And
got
he
that vibe
doesn't
when his
necessar-
face was frozen
Well, go-
over. I thought, I think that might be an effect of something's going on, or he's dealing with something. They literally might just write it off as like, oh, I had a frost giant here. But when they walked in and it didn't look like the classic Sanctum Sanctorum, I was like, he's dealing with some shit, in my opinion. I think that there's some stuff.
He's
maybe
playing
going on.
Fortnite against Thor and Korg.
He's new Master 69.
Yeah.
One day we'll get that reveal. That better be a what if episode, like what if we find out who new Master was. But yeah, that could be like, so would you say that when he's dealing with the multiverse stuff already, that it would already happen to be Spider-Man villains?
Yeah, I
pose it
think
to you,
that
yeah.
I think they will be like branches from either Amazing Spider-Man or freaking Raimi's Spider-Man films, and they just coincidentally are Spider-Man villains. And because I don't know how it's gonna play out as far as like, hey, if they see this variant of Peter, are they gonna know it's Peter? Like, are they gonna know it's Peter Parker Spider-Man? Or is this a complete stranger,
Well, that's why I was wondering if they were locked up and they were hearing some conversation between Strange and Peter, they could start to put together, oh, that's Peter Parker in this universe. If they just attack a bridge and see him, okay, sure, we can have some fun. Tom Holland does not look like Tobey Maguire, though. So I don't think Alfred
that's what I'm
Molina-
saying.
Yeah, he wouldn't see
Yeah.
Tom Holland and be like, oh, Peter Parker for my universe. Like, no, dude, like Tobey Maguire ain't like this.
Well,
teen
and that's
heartthrob.
what I mean, because there's so many like different nowadays. I think me and and Hines were just talking about this in DCA, talking about Keaton being part of the multiverse and how DC has really shown the multiverse as like, hey, these people can look different, but also they can look the same. So it's all jumbled up. And I want to know how we know that there are variants in the MCU, but how are they perceived through other people? You know, we haven't really had that interactions yet.
S-Bubs with a great call out. Maybe the window's still broken from Winterborn. Because there is set photos of them filming some stuff around Christmas. So it literally could just be that they're snowed in. But okay, if he can fucking wish everyone's consciousness away that it's not Peter, but he can't fix his window, I'm going to have some big... like, that's the only problem is like he can't fix that window. But and Big says which Spider-Man will lead by bad example, though, will be devil's advocate in the movie if there's more than one Spider. I honestly don't think that'll be it. I think the Spider-Man are just going to come in to save the day. I've always said I think it's going to be Civil War style. Tom Hardy will be coming. Yeah, he's like, oh guys, have you met Venom? But no, I don't think you're going to get. And honestly, I don't really want to see any of the Spider-Man like bickering with each other. I want fun banter of like the web shooters or the Great Responsibility, but I don't need to be like, no, I'm the oldest Peter and I know what to do. Like I don't really want that. I don't want that. I don't want Tobey Maguire.
Part of me kind of does.
You do, yeah, you
maybe
do.
like cutscene or something.
Yeah. Let's see what.
go ahead. I was just gonna quickly say regarding like the earlier scene with Peter and MJ. I hope we get like, I mean, I'm just trying to think of how much time will take from the beginning of the movie until they kind of do like the Men in Black, the mind wipe thing. Because I hope that we get like some more just back and forth between like Peter and MJ, like growing on the relationship of like her knowing Spider-Man, so that I'm just assuming when we get to the eventuality that she does forget who he is, it's like a bigger thing as opposed to just being like, okay, I just knew who he was for like a week and they didn't get much to, I don't know, grow on their just relationship of dating a superhero or vice versa. So
I feel like sometimes gonna pass. I think like the first 30 minutes will be multiple weeks or months. Clay says no, but
I think it's like right at the end of the movie though, right? Like
no.
But
I
swinging.
mean, it does. No, I mean that, but I mean like after that, because they show him like walking to a trial. Maybe there's Matt Murdock's hairy arm there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's. I think you'll have like half an hour of that sort of stuff, and I honestly think what will happen is, to make him a good lawyer, I bet Matt Murdock might prove that he is not guilty. But the problem is that doesn't matter if he's not guilty. Everyone will still know he's Spider-Man, right? And that's where I think I don't think it's so much as like, hey, I'm going to prison, make everyone forget. I think it's just, hey, I got that trial. I won it. I didn't go to prison, but my life is crazy. And no one leaves us alone. Like people are, and some people might still think he's guilty, right? So I bet the first little bit you will get some time to grow, because I agree with you. If people forget or we're meeting all the Sinister Six, all this stuff, I don't feel like there'll be much like NJ Peter romance stuff going on. I feel like it's gonna be pretty like at one point him and Strange are on a train and Strange is like turning the train inside out. I don't see MJ inside being like, hey Peter. So I feel like we're gonna have like I feel like she'll go away for a little bit.
Yeah. And here comes the Spider-Man haters. I've already seen like 5 tweets. Oh, that was overhyped. Oh, that was nothing for me. Like, Jesus
I don't
Christ.
care. I don't care. Like the thing is,
really.
like,
are you surprised? I mean, you know exactly who's going to say it, namely the cultists, and they're all going to say it, and it is what it is. Who cares? Let them have fun. They can wait for the next movie in 3 years, and who cares?
But here's the other thing I don't care for is there's like, oh, Marvel beat DC to the multiverse. No, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
DC won that round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, who cares?
I'm just getting these characters that I absolutely love. I genuinely don't care. Like, it's just the fact that like I refresh Twitter and then like all of a sudden they just pop up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, all at once.
If you look at the GUA chat, there's a tweet from Adam Barnhart, and he says, in Dante's Inferno, Satan is portrayed as a giant demon frozen mid-beast and ice at the center of hell. And of course, then he has all these tweets like lining up like this could be Mephisto. So there you go, Brent. There's something to get you to have some fun.
There it is.
Did you see that thing that I put in there from the director? of just basically seeing the people watching on the phone, watching other people watching the leaked trailer on his phone. Just, and he says the way the director intended.
That's good. That's good. They're having some fun with it, you know. So Heinz on Hit, he asked, "Do you think Peter will tell the Avengers and other heroes' identity after what Strange does with the magic, or keep that to himself?" I feel like, I don't know. By the end of this movie, is he gonna be back in hiding? Like, will that identity, or is it one of these things where when they put the villains back, his identity kind of goes back? I don't know. I feel like there's still a chance Peter Parker could be known. That's the whole thing. Strange being like, you gotta pick a life. You gotta, and it's almost insinuating like you gotta commit to being Spider-Man. I don't know if I want that, because I do want the Peter Parker college years and him not to be known, but it's been many times in the comic books where people know he's Peter Parker. So what do you think, Ted? Do you think by the end of this that he will still have his identity hidden, or do you think it will be the reverse of that?
I think by the end of this, it'll probably work out in his favor. I think his identity will be hidden. I think everything will be kind of tied up with a nice little bow, but they'll have some shape or form. Like, I don't know, the manhole cover flips to the side and Lizard's hand comes out or something. They'll do something like sinister. I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He said it.
Or they just flat out just show Mephisto at the end. I don't know what their intentions will be, but it'll be good.
He's doing
even
nothing. He's just
teasing,
watching
just-
the movie. Yeah, he's just like fourth wall breaking. He's sitting next to Deadpool. Mephisto and Deadpool trailer reaction for this movie. Fuck, that'd be great. The GI
Oh,
be
give me
like,
that.
who's this devil dude? You know, I like, I don't know. But what about my Marvel Alliance co-host? What do you guys think as far as Spider-Man's identity? Do you think at the end be hidden, or it'll be out there, or a combination of both? What's going on?
Go for it, Brent.
Well, I guess I'll say combination of both. I think it's hidden from the public, but I think there are people in his life who will know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that.
I think it would be far more interesting to see if it just goes completely. They take that very much from One More Day and just hide it from everyone, and that is the cost that he has to live with. He realizes he has to be like the importance of being Spider-Man is going to be greater than, in this case, his it's the Parker luck.
Yeah,
You know, at that point, you know, he can't truly have both at this point in his life. It'll be the sad ending, but it'll be I think it'd be more interesting.
Yeah, and he has to start anew with friends and everything like that. Man, I wanted to ask too some of you guys, because we've heard this, like, we've seen the suit that's Tom Holland's gonna get a new suit and everything. And Manny Sags, he's a patron of GeekVerse. So thank you for support. Is it a failure if we don't get at least one shot of all Spideys rocking the classic red and blue suit? And as people have proposed that because Tom Holland has that new Strange suit and there's like a new armored suit, that might happen. I don't think it's a failure. I don't think it's that. Is it like a little of a geek annoyance for me? Yeah, I don't like there was this rumor of like, oh, the reason they're doing that is because the GI wouldn't be able to tell them apart. I feel like you could tell the suits apart, and even then take their masks off and have them using their voices and stuff. I don't know, but
Maddie's walking out of the theater.
But also,
He's done.
why do
he's
you
in the
need
black suit?
why do you need to tell them apart? They're all Peter and they're all Spider-Man.
Well, don't. This is Sony. That's just a rumor that we had covered on GeekVerse. But like, I don't think it's a failure. But I will be disappointed. I don't want Spider-Man in that black and red suit with the other Spider-Man. I don't know, but I guarantee you, like I said, they're gonna make, oh, cool suit, Peter. Look, and you can do magic. Oh, cool. But like, I'm gonna be like, no, I wish it was red and blue. But that's just like a nitpick. At the end of the day, if Toby and Andrew there, I'm not gonna care too much. You know, I'll be pretty happy. Anything else, gentlemen? Anything else to be? Oh, Taylor has his two
Got two
fingers. Not
fingers.
one. He has two fingers.
Two fingers. I'm just curious how you guys would feel. Like, everyone's anticipating like Toby and Andrew. What if they just go like to the bee's knees at the end and they dish out like the additional Spider-Man characters from Into the Spider-Verse live action? Like, that
You
would
just want
be...
Nick Cage. That's
I'm
all you
just
want.
saying, like, it'd be
We don't
super
pick the
cool.
ballroom. We just dance. I think that's more of Spider-Verse's gig. I just don't think they would, like, then you'd have to cast, like, sure, what I'd like to see Chris Pine swinging, that'd be fucking awesome. Like, I wouldn't be, but I think that if this is a big hit and let's say Sony says we want to do more Spider-Verse stuff, maybe you could incorporate in the future. I still think you could do more with Toby or Andrew. I think after this, Tom will get back on his like hopefully regular like MCU track, a part of that storyline. But there is Secret Wars, there is Loki with the whole multiverse stuff going on. So I don't think they'll go that far, but I wouldn't be opposed. I think Spider-Ham or Spider-Pig might fuck with some people though. Like in the middle of the fight, like Norman as Green Goblin is facing down Spider-Pig. That might be a little too trippy. So yeah. I thought you were going to ask, what if we don't get them at all? And I think that would be, I know people will be like, well, they never advertise them. Me and Taylor were talking about this the other night. I think the second you use the same actors from the previous movies and you start messing around with multiverse, you set the audience up for expectations. And if they don't deliver on that, I think there would be lots of disappointment among everybody. I know they're not advertising it as of yet. And even if they don't, I just think that is a very, very risky game. That is like Pizza Hut showing pictures of pizza when you go and they say, no, we just serve salad. And you're like, oh, fuck. Well,
the fact that they're pulling that we have basically seen and heard two villains from Maguire's Spider-Man movies, that is a big thing. At the very least, we should be hopefully getting Toby back in this movie. At the very least.
And I will say this, and some people might not like this because I know lots of people do rank Amazing series over the Raimi ones, but I feel like, and I know you see like an Electro thing, and I know you see like Lizard in the Shadow, but I feel like this is a smart marketing ploy to go with the Raimi ones because those are the classical villains as far as they had the biggest impact with Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin and Melina's Doc Ock. You could show Lizard like a full shot of him. You could show Jamie Foxx's Electro, but it doesn't have the same impact as those first two, right? And it's also because those are very like they're critical darlings, they're well loved. Spider-Man 2 for a while was like, oh, this is the greatest comic book ever. So it's like I feel that they know what they're doing in this realm to like sell a movie. Like if they show Lizard, the GA might not put that together. It might be like, who's this green monster? And somebody like, oh, Spider-Man. Oh, right. I guess I remember him. But if you see that same actor playing Doc Ock, or when they do see William Dafoe, because I don't think William Dafoe's as big as Toby and Andrew, but I think that's another mic drop moment. If you see actual William Dafoe on screen with the Goblin or as Goblin again, I think it's money. So I think it's smart that they're showing the Raimi ones instead of the Amazing Spider-Verse one, because those ones have a bit of a little bad taste, How
about this really far out theory that just came to my head? Really far out. It is probably not even like 0.001% chance happening. It's Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin. We see it and he unmasks himself and he goes, Uncle Ben.
William Dafoe?
You're saying Uncle Ben is a variant of Norman Osborn? Get out of here.
It's totally screwed up. I'm not saying I want to believe it. I'm just saying it's screwed up.
And then he yells, avenge me! And Uncle Ben.
Hey, I'm just throwing out popcorn ideas. It's just, I didn't say they were good.
Well, I've heard people throw the opposite where when Tom Holland sees, let's say, I've heard this pitch, and it would be kind of fun where he's swinging and he sees whatever Toby Spider-Man in costume, right? And the second Toby's mask comes off, that would be his Uncle Ben, and it's Peter, but he would see as like, oh, Uncle Ben. So people have thrown out stuff like that before. When does the trailer drop, a bunch? It's definitely dropped, so you can go watch it. It's out there. Watch it and then come back and listen. But I wanted to say, Big says, if they're all variants, wouldn't they look the same as Spider-Man as current Peter? No, because look at Loki. There was an alligator Loki. There was a woman Loki. So like they established like you can have different people looking differently.
And that's what we were talking about. Like again, I'll just reiterate, like we know that the variant for Loki, the TV show, looks exactly the same as the Loki that died in Endgame because it's the exact same timeline, just branched. Yes. Like they are showing that you can have like both. You can have a variant that could look like Tom Holland, but you could very well have other Spider-Men that look completely different as well.
Hey, I want to read this tweet to you guys from the official Spider-Man movie Twitter account from Sony. Quote, shout out to the real ones who are watching the trailer for the first time right now.
I did watch that trailer for the first time, the HD YouTube. I saw that and I was like, I know Brent's going to share that.
I saw the HD version for the first time right now.
And it didn't have, I will say, it didn't have those first 30 seconds of them talking about the Spider-Man. But no, yeah, congratulations. It's not our universe yet, Hein.
Did Heinz really leave just to start talking in the chat, by the way?
No, that's a different Heinz. This is Hein Punch. Or Hain Punch.
So no, above that, though, there's some messages from Travis Hines.
Oh, yeah, no.
He's stuck around.
He's just watching the trailer. He's downloading Rocket League. He's like, oh fuck, I gotta get back. Let's see if there's anything. I like that. Obviously, we didn't see more footage, but you heard. I like at the beginning of the trailer, you just hear echoes of Jonah's voice while they're like swinging away.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's fun. And I know obviously we know we're gonna get some sort of more Jonah stuff, and I very much anticipating some fun. I really want to see when all the Sinister Six is messed up New York, like Jonah's commentary in that moment. I'm like, oh my god, like I don't know. I'm looking excited for that. So, anything else to shout? Anything else we haven't covered?
I'm looking forward to hopefully keeping my fingers crossed if it drops in December.
Me too. I really hope so. I think the next 2 weeks, like Free Guy had a good second weekend, but that's a smaller movie. I'm looking very forward to see, okay, what does Shang-Chi do with no PA, nothing like that? And what is, and does Venom stick the date, stuff like that? So I hope so. And I do hope the world's better because like I've said before, I want to see this with at least some of the crowd. I do agree with you, Clay, that when you see crowds, they are scary. So I get that. But I just I always think about the those end game moments of the gas and hearing people cheer and clap. Like I want that moment when you hear, I've said before, Danny Boyle's score kick in and everything like that. I hope that happens. And Biggie says the Hines paradox. Yeah, that's probably what it is. You guys just got a bunch of Hines variants in there. They're all tweeting away, but I think it was a good trailer overall. Yeah, I have some sort of not worries, but kind of little nitpicks. Like, okay, I need to see this in the movie, but I'm not completely sold. But overall, I think here's the biggest thing that maybe I haven't put forward. I think for a trailer for GA, the people that are not listening to the show, not watching on the chat, it's a great trailer for them. I may have some nitpicks like, oh, listen, for the people that see, a few movies a year, if they're Marvel movies or the big tentpole ones, I think this already is showing it has the stakes of this wish. It has Doctor Strange, which I'm guarantee you tons of people didn't know about that were in the GA. And now it's showing villains. And even if they look at this Doc Ock and they don't know it's Alfred Molina, they'll say, oh, cool, they're bringing Doc Ock in the MCU. So I feel like there's enough to get the GA really excited and really hyped. So I think from that standpoint, the trailer was a absolute home run.
Thumbs up.
Did we notice that Flash has blonde hair in this movie?
Does he?
Oh,
that's exciting. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It was just like something that I'm seeing all these screen captures and like it's a little weird, but
I'm very curious to see how he reacts to this.
Well, I just saw the tweet that Brent quoted or whatever. I feel like it will be like one of the first 10 minutes of the film. Like it's got to be.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't know if you're right.
Out of a fact or fiction. I need to write that down.
Oh, there you go. So last call. Anything else to shout out? Anything like that? Any moments? Well, we did it. This was lots of fun. I don't know I think we talked about this show for like about an actual hour and then we had a fun 40 minutes and stuff like that. So I'm not sure how it'll be edited. I might have a very long post-credit scene because there was some fun stuff in there, but it was a good lead up. We had some really fun talks and thank you to everyone in the chat that shared this on Twitter or interacted and everything like that. It was a fun time, fun throwing out some theories, some jokes and whatnot. Everybody, Chris, where can they find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitter at Chris Balga, 2 shows, World's Finest True Believers at Finest Believers, and Marvel Alliance. We will be definitely breaking down this trailer little by little on this week's show, so at Marvel A Podcast.
And Feige, someone's going to have nuggets to drop about this, right? They're always going to have some sort of article that comes out answering some stuff from the trailer. So yeah, check out Marvel Alliance. Thursdays live, Friday on the podcast feed. Brent, the other half of Marvel Alliance, where can they find you, sir?
Well, on Marvel Alliance, of course. At Brent Tech Prime on Twitter. And yeah, we are definitely we got stuff to talk about already. We're gonna have What If, we're gonna have Spider-Man. It's a good time.
It's a good time to be a Marvel fan. Check out Brent's non-spoiler Shang-Chi review. Yes, he can shove in my face that he saw it, but
yes, I can. For another week.
So, yeah, there. You know what? Whatever. Kirkle Patzer, where can they find you? Obviously, pounding around with me.
They know where to find me.
Yeah,
I'm here.
That's Kirkland's like Spider-Man tagline. That's gonna be his last line when they're like, how could we get you, Spider-Man? Like, you know where to find me, and he like
I'll be there, and he just swings away.
But it's Toby. What if those rumors of how people are getting really mad about Batfleck being replaced by Keaton? What if in the MCU it's Tobey Maguire? I think we've made that joke before. Clay, where can they find you?
You can find me at Fanboy Clay on Twitter. I'm telling you, No Way Home means freaking Holland is jumping into the Sony universe. It's gonna happen. But
I will cry tears of sadness if it ends and he is
I
beside
think it
Eddie Brock,
happens.
and he's
Look
like,
at-
"Hey,
More than a
you
possibility.
think that
Just
happens?"
shows
like, he's
him
stuck
signing
there?
a contract.
when the whatever you call it, when they came back together, one of the quotes from Feige was something along the lines of Spider-Man has the rare ability to like jump between universes. Yeah, I think he is leaving the MCU at least for a while.
Short,
At least for a while.
God.
Yeah.
That's a whole podcast in itself. My Jesus.
I thought about that as soon as we got like the actual like title of this movie. But you can find me on Twitter, like I said, a link tree in the bio. You can find all of my shows: Ranger Alliance, DC Alliance, Batman News Weekly, Comic Book Legion podcast, Weird Science Marvel, Weird Science DC, and Weird Science Manga.
There you go. Taylor Field, you're back. I'm looking very forward to Friday, kicking some DC, but you know, we're team champions, so we got that going. But where can they find you? You're back, sir. You may or may not be on the next episode. What if I've heard rumors?
Like,
Well, that's what
from
you told
who?
me. From you. It's not even you. Just like, oh, I'm not even gonna repeat
Who
the
leaked
conversation.
this?
Yeah. Someone leaked a convo of you saying I might go on What If this week. Where can they find you?
I'm pretty sure I'll be on What If. I mean, I've been playing Aliens until midnight, so I'll be on What If.
Are you gonna stream it? Maybe you
better
might
be
stream
streaming
Aliens
up until
Fire
then.
Team.
I mean, it's 2 against
Come
1,
on.
so I got to stream it now.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. That's how GeekVerse works. We just bully people to do stuff. You're streaming it. You got no choice. But yeah, feel the fields. And I am Travis Beast now. You can find me at PR Marvel Alliance once a month. I'm on GeekVerse, sometimes daily, but right now weekly until September. Then I'm taking a little break. But yeah, we'll have Sungshi coming up like these guys do. We'll be doing What If. We got Gamescom coming out. That's the big thing for us this week. Gamescom kind of starts today when you're listening to it with the Xbox One. We may or may not do one. It depends the news because they said no fun announcements. We're just talking about stuff we already announced. So, but on Wednesday is Opening Light Live, and we'll be definitely podcasting about that. So, thank you everyone again that listened to this, whether it's the podcast feeds or live, and they contributed to the chat. Tons of fun. Thank you very much. Thank you all, gentlemen, for joining and taking time out of your doing impromptu cast or Clay doing back to back. It was a fun time. So, I promise when you hear from us all next, not be boring.
Peace.
Later.
See ya.